Hello and welcome to the Chase and Yoshi Show, episode number 5. My name is Yoshi. This is a podcast I do with Chase. What's up, Chase?
Yo, what up?
Yo, what up,
Assa, dude? Assa.
Assa.
Assa. Yeah, put it there, dude.
Oh, God, we did it.
Yeah, we shouldn't have.
We reached peak human levels that
We
cannot be
reached-
achieved.
We reached peak frat bro personas.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep, that's exactly what we're going for on the show.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Shaw. A Shaw. A Shaka bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what we're totally aiming for, because we talk about what we like to enjoy outside of idol stuff, because this new Schook Kaidan's about idols, but we want to talk about other things that are hobbies, whether it's video games, anime, manga, film, TV shows, whatever. So,
AKA equally just as nerdy shit.
yes, I'm more than happy to admit that my hobbies are all nerdy shit. So, yeah. So let's dive right in. Chase, what you been up to, dude?
What have I been up to? I've been up to a lot of stuff. I'm releasing music soon for the first time, or like in
Officially.
an official capacity. Yeah. Me and my friend, we've been making music together ever since like junior year of high school,
Right.
which is a while back. But like, we're finally gonna put something together and release it rather than just making random songs. Our group name is called Neocolor. I'm gonna go plug ourselves. Go follow at Neocolor Music on Twitter. So we have more than I think like 3 followers.
I'm sorry. My follow system is listing, so I don't
Yeah, I know.
show up as a follow. So I do apologize, but I am following you.
Yeah, it's all good. And yeah, so we're releasing an EP. It'll be on like Spotify. It'll be on Bandcamp if you want to buy it and support it. It'll be Apple Music. It'll be pretty much wherever you can imagine it'll be. I'm just waiting to get the masters back, and then we'll be good to go.
And your SoundCloud is at soundcloud.com/neocolor.
Yeah. Did we get the Neocolor?
It looks
URL?
like it. I'm on there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't remember. Oh yeah, sick. I forgot because I've been trying to do all the social for it, and it's like
Right.
I don't remember what I got for everything. It's either Neocolor or Neocolor Music.
Yeah, you got Neocolor. Yeah.
Sick.
So, you're obviously going to be, I'm assuming, focusing on electro dance stuff.
More or less, I kind of make music that I want to listen to. I know like a lot of people say that, but like I don't know. I just kind of make music full of musical tropes that I love in music. And so the music that I tend to create is just very self-pandering, very everything's in the electronic music style, but
Right.
it's not going to be something you're hearing on like ultra festival stage,
Just
know,
full
like
of the
main stage.
dankest drops ever.
Yeah, it's not very heavy either. A lot of it's more kind of mid-tempo, chill,
Yeah.
not
I mean,
very club music,
I've only seen or heard the clip on SoundCloud, and then you were teased on Twitter.
Yeah.
You released a short clip of it, and I am digging what I've heard so far. So I'm super stoked and excited to hear what you got in store.
Yeah, that clip I posted on Twitter last night is actually not going to be on the EP. It's a separate remix that we were working on. So,
Ooh.
Yeah, so-
If I pay you like $3, can you do like a 6-second jingle for a podcast?
maybe in like 4 months after what I'm about to go through,
Yeah, yeah,
which I'm about to talk about.
yeah.
Yeah, so I've been wanting to get this EP done because I'm going to be starting a coding boot camp really
Yeah.
soon. And for people who don't know what a coding boot camp is, it's essentially like a it's a program that like you have to be vetted for. Like they test you beforehand to make sure you have some kind of basic knowledge of coding, and then they put you through the paces to cram as much coding knowledge into your head
Yeah.
that you can possibly take. It's like
It's literally boot camp.
yeah, they call it boot camp, and it's literally like I'm gonna have no life until January 18th, starting next week, and at the end of it all, like they help you try and find a job, in a tech related like company or facility, and then they want you to like spread the word, pass on the name and stuff, and that's how they
Yeah.
get their kicks off.
And Kenny, our very own Kenny from NSK, he's been through one, and he says in chat been through one of the original ones, and
Yeah, one of the original ones in New York.
I'm sure you can pick his brain. I'm sure if you or he had time together, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to share some insight, what to expect and stuff. So, yeah. It sounds intense.
It's gonna be something. I enjoy coding. Like I've noticed, like because we had this alpha course that we had to complete before we started. Before we start in like a week and a half, and I've been plowing through it because I got accepted on the very last day, so I was like the last one accepted. So I was behind on the alpha course already, and I'm like behind pace as is, so I've been having to cram through like 8 hours a day of coding, and I've noticed I don't hate what I'm doing. I'm never like, God, fuck this, I just want to go do something else. It's like I'm like enjoying focusing on it, which is a good thing. So at least I'm not doing something I hate,
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, it's you can find a job with it, so yeah.
Yeah. So
but like what is like the schedule like? You said like you have literally no life for like the next couple months.
So so it's gonna basically be 9 to 7. I think so, like 9 in the morning to 7 at night. Although a lot of people stay later to work on their homework and stuff.
Right.
So from 9 to 7, you're just straight learning all day,
right.
Monday through Friday, and then the only days you get off are Saturday and Sunday. And even then, most people, like depending on how good you are with the material, most people still end up studying anyway. So compounded on top of all that, I am going to be my parents are out of the country at the moment, so I'm helping my mom out by teaching her piano students, because she works and she has her own piano studio, like private piano studio where she teaches kids. So I have to come back on Saturdays and teach her piano students from early in the morning till in the afternoon. So that takes a huge chunk out of my study time too.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
And I also have to come back, take care of the dogs, watch the house, and all that stuff. So.
Oh God, dude, you're gonna be so busy.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents are just magically out of the country. Just like some shonen protagonist.
Oh, perfect. You have a little sister too.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm sorry I went there. I apologize. It's just a really easy joke. You set me up there.
This podcast is over. Shut it down.
I'm sorry, because every time it's like, oh, my parents are out of the country. They're doing some business. I go to school by myself.
God,
I have a little sister that I'm in love with, but we're not really blood related, so it's okay.
My stepsister is such a slut, Morty.
I hate it when she wears sexy clothes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Okay, so you're gonna be busy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty busy. So, yeah. Besides all that, I saw the My Hero Academia movie recently. My Hero Academia 2 Heroes. They had that huge English screening in America, and like movie theaters across the country, and it apparently did really, really well in terms of sales.
Yeah, I think top 10 animated movies, anime movies in the U.S. ever. Top grossing.
I mean, what's the metric though? Like,
yeah, it's like underneath all the Ghibli stuff, I'd imagine.
Okay, yeah. And so, yeah, it's the audience, man. The movie was so good, and then. Or it was pretty good. Movie was pretty good. It had its moments. We I went with a friend and we saw the dub because they weren't offering the sub. So it was that kind of sucked. But they have some good voice talent on there, so it wasn't too bad. Like I've heard the My Hero dub is especially like better.
Yeah.
than a lot of other
What's
ones.
his name? Freaking Vegeta is done by the guy who does Vegeta is All Might, I think.
Yeah, he's
So,
really good. He's
yeah.
really good in his role, and it's just like, yeah, what spoiled the whole experience to an extent for me was the crowd. It like, just, one, we went to like a matinee showing, so there's like a lot of younger kids there, and
Yep.
two, it was the dub, so it's like if it was a sub, it's like little kids like they don't have the attention span to read subtitles,
Right.
so
They're not going to a sub movie.
yeah, but it was the dub, and it was like everyone was just like cheering and screaming and hooting and hollering whenever their favorite character came on, and like some girl behind me was like crying, and bodily fluids were going everywhere every time
Bakugo,
Todoroki.
have my babies.
Yeah, Bakugo and Todoroki. It's like whenever they looked at each other, I just hear a behind me. I'm just like,
That's the sound of little girls shipping those two.
yeah, I don't like age range was like anywhere from like there were some like 9-10-year-olds there with like their older brothers and sisters.
That's
but
cool
there's-
though. That's cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
cool.
respect that.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of teenagers, and then there's a lot
that's
of
the
young
worst.
adults. Yeah,
Yeah,
teenagers and
teenagers-
young adults.
I'm sorry. Teenagers are the worst.
Yeah, it's just, and all the young adults there were all like, like the socially awkward ones who like, they might have some sort of social like impairment, and they're like the ones like I don't know, they're like laughing super hard and like talking over the movie, and I'm just
Right.
like,
Just not aware of like public and how you come off to people, right? And respecting
yeah, it's
the public.
It was honestly a terrible experience at a pretty
So-
good movie.
Basically an anime convention.
Yeah, well, no, that's the thing. I went to go I saw Your Name with like 3,000, 4,000 other people. People were so much more like respectful. Although it was a different tone of movie,
Right. That's a part of it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never. Well, I mean, I could anticipate something like this. Like we knew it was gonna be bad. I didn't know it was gonna be like almost constant,
Right.
like just bull crap going
Right.
on throughout it. And then no spoilers, but there's like the final scene, and then You Say Run starts playing. The song from the OST that's like super hype, and someone's like, "Is it gonna be You Say Run? Is it gonna be You Say Run? Yeah, it is! It is! It's You Say Run, guys! It's You Say Run! It's You Say Run! Dun 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 dun!" And he starts singing along to it. I'm just like, this is like the climax of the movie. I'm just like, fucking end me. I want out of here. And then my friend at the end just turns to me. He's like, that was terrible. He's like, I'm gonna just wait for the home release next time. And I'm like, yeah. Hell yeah, brother! You say run, brother!
Oh god. Jesus.
It's disrespectful. Come on, anime people. Like,
The problem is those people, it's a fandom, right? They're not there to see a movie or any movie, right? It's like let's just pretend I went to go see Inception, right?
sure.
That's not a fandom movie. It's not a movie that involves fans of something. It's just a one-off movie about something. While Boku no Hero Academia is about superheroes, anime, manga, whatever. So you're going to get all those fans coming in and seeing their favorite heroes on screen moving and yelling and punching each other, right?
Yeah, but
So
human
I get
decency.
I know. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying it's going to happen, It's just that's what it is. Fans are the worst.
Yeah.
Teenagers are the worst, and the fans of anything are the worst.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at like the scene on screen that you were showing on the screen where like Bakugo's like yelling at Deku over the railing, and like, everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's Bakugo!" And
it's so funny to see that
just everybody
kids love
like clapping.
Bakugo. Yeah.
So much clapping. It's like I clapped when All Might punched the bad guy. Please shut up. Let me watch the movie.
You didn't clap when All Might had his fight with that one guy in the last season, huh? You didn't clap, huh?
No, I was like,
get by yourself at home, huh?
My mouth is open in shock, and I was like, "Holy shit, that was amazing!" I didn't have to verbalize everything going on.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like cool. I can understand like clapping when they defeat the bad guy. You know, that's something cool. That's something to celebrate. I don't condone clapping whenever your favorite character says something.
No, definitely not. That's
when
just
when Todoroki's like, "Yeah, let's do it." Ah! I'm like,
he meant with me.
yeah. So yeah, I'm going on about it, but My Hero fans, get your shit together, please.
Yeah. It's just My Hero fans. It wouldn't happen in Attack on Titan or anything.
No, God, no, it probably would.
It definitely would.
It definitely would. Any shonen, essentially, because we went to go see a Kizumono Gatari movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everyone there's pretty respectful.
It was quiet, and then like the only time I heard the people say anything, it was when they made jokes, because Bakemono has great comedic timing and good humor. So like when they made the jokes, it hit, and everyone's laughing.
Yeah, everyone.
But other than
laugh.
that, like everyone's very respectful and quiet, and yeah, definitely. It's just a specific audience.
Different audience, yeah, and also everyone there was also older at the Kizu.
Oh, definitely. You're not going to see 9-year-olds at a Kizumonogatari movie.
It's way too dense.
Yeah,
it's material.
It's a little heavy on everything. So
yeah. So speaking of movies,
yeah.
What have you seen, Yoshi?
So going from one movie to another movie, and also from heroes to another set of heroes, I binge watched a ton of Marvel movies in the past month. There's a bunch available on Amazon, so I just rented it for like $3. I just get this SD version, right? Because I'm just cheap. I don't care. I don't really care about quality that much. So like SD is passable. It's like 480 or 720 or whatever. It's just not super crisp, but it's fine. It gets the job done. It's not Netflix or Amazon.
Yeah, you're not like a 4K snob.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm really not. As long as it's like I watched a lot of fan subs during like the mid 2000s, and those were not very good quality.
Yeah, that was like 360, 480.
Yeah, 360, 480 at max. And
720 was a treat.
Yeah, and it barely happened. So I didn't have any issues with buying small definition, and yeah, I watched a lot of them. Just to name a couple.
Where did you start?
So I started. I didn't really want to watch all the Iron Mans. So I didn't watch any of the Iron Mans. So I started at the first Avengers movie. It's the one with Loki.
Wait, have you not started? Wait, have you not seen Marvel movies before?
I've seen some. I've seen parts of the first Iron Man. Never finished it. Mm-hmm. I've seen X-Men movies, but that's kind of like a different thing because it's
that's kind of separate.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've seen some of it, and I've seen like Deadpool and stuff. I've seen some, even though Deadpool's also separate.
Yeah, it's a bit
entity.
separate.
So, yeah, and I didn't know where to start, so I just said let's start at the Avengers, because that's where like all the heroes came up. He's like, hey, what's up, Iron Man? I'm this douchebag, and I have this power, but I don't want to be your friend. Whatever, asshole. No, yeah. Deadpool is Marvel, Kenny, but it's still. Yeah, not a part of the quote-unquote Marvel movies, the Marvel Studios movies that Disney owns.
Deadpool has its own Deadpool cinematic universe.
Right, and I think the most recent Deadpool 2, featured an X-Men character. I think it was Cable, right? It's like Cyclops' son or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiling it. I'm sorry if I just spoiled something. I apologize. But yeah, I think Deadpool's more part of the X-Men universe, so it's like a completely different Marvel Studios thing. But the Disney-owned Marvel Studio movies, I watched from Avengers. So I watched like Captain America, Winter Soldier, Captain America, Butts and Asses,
Civil War,
So, yeah, Civil War.
The Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. I saw Winter Soldier. I like those two. Captain.
Did you watch?
Captain Hero? That's an anime.
Did you watch all 3 Thors?
No, I did not. I talked to the number 244 from our website. I talked to him and he's like, you should probably watch 1 and 2 to get the full enjoyment out of 3. But I enjoyed 3. Ragnarok. Was still enjoyable.
Is really good.
Yeah.
1 and 2 are kind of hot garbage. They're like
Right. But it sets up Ragnarok, right? So you kind of want to see it.
Kind of. No, well, they kind of soft rebooted Thor entirely for
Right.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, so I kind of knew because I saw Avengers, so I knew who Loki was. I knew it was his brother and stuff. So, yeah, Ragnarok was funny. I thought like Jeff Goldblum as the Grand Master or whatever, just
It's fantastic.
so ridiculous.
He's literally just himself.
He is himself, and it's amazing. And there's that one creature that was fighting in the pits. I forgot his name. It's like Crag or Grog or something.
Doug.
No, he's like a rock dude. He was like a rock.
He's like, hey, I'm Doug.
Yeah, he's apparently voiced by the director of Ragnarok. So
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting.
Taiki
YTT or something, right?
Yeah, something.
Waikiki.
Waikiki, like in Hawaii.
I don't know, but yeah, he was my favorite part. I didn't really care for like Hulk being in there or whatever, but for me, that dude character fucking hilarious. Every time he said anything, I laughed my ass off.
Yeah,
I thought he was the
really
funniest thing in any of the Marvel movies, like any of them. So, Netflix still has like Doctor Strange.
You should watch that. That one's a good one.
No, I saw it.
You did.
I thought it was solid, but wasn't my favorite for sure.
It's really different than all of the other Marvel movies.
Yeah, and it's cool because he doesn't just stumble across the power. He actually trains for a long time and stuff. I know there's like a time skip. But like he trains for a long time to attain his power, so
he goes through a lot of character development too.
Yeah, so. I like that, and he's cool as a character. Just didn't really feel the movie or the antagonist. They're just like whatever. They're just throwaway bad guys to me.
Yeah.
So I watched all 3 Avengers movies. Infinity War, fantastic. The cliffhanger is like, fuck. I have to wait till next year. So, Guardians of the Galaxy. 1 and 2 are both fantastic. I saw 1 last year. I actually bought the DVD because it was cheaper to buy the DVD than watch it on Amazon. So I was like, "Fuck it, just buy the DVD." So
that seems a bit weird.
Yeah, it really is. So I just bought it on DVD. I haven't watched it since, but I've seen it once and it was very enjoyable. 1 and 2 are pretty fantastic. Wakanda Forever, yes, Kenny. I don't know how to do the pose. I think just cross your arms on your chest. Yes, something like that.
Did you see Black Panther?
Yes, that's the other one that's still on Netflix. So if you haven't seen Black Panther, it's still on Netflix, along with Doctor Strange. And for a time, Infinity War, I believe, was on Netflix too, but I missed it. And they took it off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was on there, and it was gone. I couldn't find it. So I actually Redboxed it, and I actually Redboxed... forgot what else I Redboxed.
Must be really expensive to, like, rent the streaming rights.
Yeah, because it was so huge, I guess, in the box office, maybe, but... Yeah, I don't want to ramble too much on about the movies. I think they were enjoyable. I think people overhyped it for sure, but I think the people who poo-poo it are just drinking the haterade, and that's all it is. They don't even try to enjoy it. Yeah. So it's just a dumb action movie with some charismatic characters. So like I loved Ant-Man because I'm a huge fan of Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is just hilarious to me.
Yeah, he's great.
I'll literally watch anything with him in it. I just really haven't had the time to really dig through his recent past movies.
Him and Michael Pena are like...
Michael Pena is... Oh, God, Michael Pena.
They're like peanut butter and jelly.
They're so good. Michael Pena, I love that guy. I've only seen him in like Observe and Report in a couple of small roles, but love that guy. Paul Rudd's like I Love You Man role models. Those two, one of my favorite movies, like 2 of my favorite comedies of all time, so... Yeah, love Paul Rudd, and Spider-Man was probably my favorite of all, and I think Tom Holland is his name.
Homecoming?
Yeah, it was great. I love his, like, nerdy, like, rambly character. It's fantastic. So.
Pizza time.
I think Spider-Man and Ant-Man were my favorites, aside from the Avengers movies, so. Yeah, nice. I'm not going to get into X-Men and the side shit. It's too much for me right now.
It's a bit different too. It's completely separate. So
Yeah, so I'm not really in a hurry to watch those, but I'll eventually watch those. I heard some good things about like X-Men First Class and stuff like that, so I want to.
Those are the older ones too.
Yeah, yeah. So and not Hulk. What's his name? Jack.
Logan.
Logan. Thank you. Yes, Logan. Yeah. So I heard good things about Logan and stuff. So.
Logan was apparently really good too.
I'm sad to admit that I still haven't watched any of the Batman movies, the recent ones from like 2006, like Christian Bale ones. That
Are you serious?
Universally well received. Yeah, I still haven't seen this.
Oh Lord, you're about to have your mind blown.
Yeah, I really need to watch them because everyone raves about Heath Ledger's performance and stuff. So I gotta.
It's really good.
Set some time aside for those. So that's Marvel movies, and another visual medium I was watching that really hooked me recently was American Vandal on Netflix.
Is that like a Netflix exclusive?
Yeah, it's a Netflix exclusive. Just to paint a picture of the show, think of like a true crime series where they kind of like investigative reporters or documentarians kind of interview people who were accused or convicted of crimes and people victims and stuff and people surrounding the case, the cops, whatever. So think of like a documentary, but it's comedic, so it's a mockumentary, but it's these two high school kids trying to kind of solve and also tell the story of some vandalism that happened in their school. Someone drew penises on the faculty cars. I believe it was like 27 cars of teachers. And they basically do a mockumentary trying to figure out who drew the penises on the cars of the teachers. And it's done in the most self-serious way for such a ridiculously dumb concept and topic that
this looks really good.
I enjoyed the fuck out of this. I thought it was hilarious. One of the funniest things I've seen this year. Really funny. The main character is the kid that's being accused, and he is just the most like California like stoner pothead douchebag. Yeah, the guys that embarrass themselves in public for because they think it's funny. Those kinds of kids.
Yeah,
he plays that role perfectly. He's the one that's accused because if you're a troublemaker pothead, people are gonna look at you first thing. Oh, someone did vandalism. Oh, it's probably this kid because he has a history of drawing penises too. So, on random things.
And it's played by what's his name? Jimmy Tatro.
Jimmy Tatro. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called, but yeah, he's a YouTuber and I guess he's an actor, comedian kind of thing. So he's hilarious in it. Acting's pretty decent, and
that's a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's hilarious, and there's 2 seasons. The second season is about someone. It's still vandalism, quote unquote vandalism. So someone spiked the school cafeteria's lemonade with laxative.
Yeah, I saw.
So everyone just shat themselves in school right after lunch.
Oh my god!
So the 2 documentarians go dig through evidence and trying to pinpoint who did it, why and stuff like that. So it's fantastic. I enjoyed the first season more than the second season, but I think they're both fantastic. And if you want something that's easy to binge and hilarious, check it out. It's on Netflix. It's hugely enjoyable. So yeah,
nice.
That's essentially what I watched recently that I enjoyed.
You got me interested in it.
Yeah, if you have time, it's 30-minute episodes, so it's a little bit long. 8 episodes a season, something like that. So, but yeah, it's really easy to binge because they leave on good cliffhangers, and also it's because it's funny. So, yeah, I hope everyone checks it out and lets me know how they like it. My kind of humor. I know it's like toilet humor. It's kind of vulgar. So if you're not into like vulgar toilet humor and stuff like that, probably not for you. But for me, this is right up my alley. It's like mockumentary styles of like The Office and Parks and Rec. Those really do it for me. So that the tone is similar in that way.
Yeah.
Just the guys staring right at the camera. It's a wink, wink, nudge, nudge kind of thing. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that was really popular.
Yeah, I enjoy it when it's done right. And I think American Vandal did it right. All right. Let's get into the meat of the discussion here.
I was actually just gonna say let's get into the meat.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Let's dig into the meat, boy.
Yeah, man. Let's do this. All right, so we are going to review the summer 2018 anime season. Where did you leave off, and what have you seen?
Let's just go from top bottom, most popular. Attack on Titan season 3.
Yep. Still ongoing.
Ongoing, but apparently they're gonna cut this core in half. Like they're gonna stop right now,
Oh, okay, and then do
and then they're gonna continue in January.
Season. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna continue in like they had 17 directors, I think, on the last episode, which kind of shows how overworked they are right now, because they just had to keep switching because they were just so busy and stuff. So I think Studio Wit needs a bit of a break.
Yeah.
To recoup and like collect themselves before they start again, because they really outdid themselves on some of the scenes this season.
The fight in the city and stuff, that was nuts.
Oh god, it's so good. So yeah, I think they're cutting in half. So just reviewing it so far, this is the best it's been, and it's about to get even better. So
yeah, yeah, we might get into light spoilers, but we will let you know if we go into spoilers a little heavy. If it is heavy, spoilers. But yeah, just a warning for everyone.
Yeah, so you watched this too, right? Obviously.
Yeah, I did, but kind of what happens to me with when I read manga is that when I'm caught up on the manga, I'm not as motivated to watch the anime because I know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. But I will eventually watch it. I think I'm in like the 6th or the 5th episode of this season.
Okay.
But I'm caught up on the manga completely, so I know what's going to happen. So I don't really need to. I'm not in a rush.
Yeah, the opposite for me, because I read this like a while ago and I don't even remember what happens. Like I know the general idea of what happens.
Right.
So everything's still kind of new and fresh to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember all the little details in between, so it's kind of really cool.
Right.
But an argument for you to watch, like to be more motivated to finish this, is the studio completely rewrote or like reorganized all the mini arcs.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that in private conversations. Yeah.
Yeah, because when Isayama Hajime, the mangaka, when he wrote this, he wrote it like he paced it absolutely terribly. Like a lot of manga readers thought this was like their least favorite arc. Mm-hmm. That it was really boring and poorly
I think
paced.
For me it is the weakest arc, but the revelations that come from this arc, like towards the end of the arc, is supremely important. It's not the most important thing, but it is very important to the series.
Yeah. So when Studio Wit rewrote and re-storyboarded it, they like streamlined it really well and made it like really engaging to follow. Whereas I remember like in the manga it was super confusing.
It was confusing when I was reading it. You told me about it. You gave me a heads up, and I was reading it going, but this thing here is here, and that thing just happened. And this, and it's going, back and forth between characters. And I'm just like, okay, what is the timeline here? I don't know what's going on chronologically.
Yeah.
So,
anime sorts it all out.
Yep, that's good. Yep.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Overlord 3. Did you watch?
Buddy. I did. Yeah.
It was it felt rushed in comparison to the other two. There's a lot of really bad CG.
I've always noticed from the first season that Overlord's animation is kind of bad for a show this good.
Yeah.
And it's by Madhouse too, so I just don't understand what's going on. Like even from the first season, I just was like, "Really? Madhouse? What are you doing, man?"
Yeah, I don't
the CG was real bad.
Maybe it's Madhouse's like B or C team.
It has to be, because Madhouse is usually fantastic. So it's just it's the CG in like the last couple episodes, because there's a big battle,
Yeah,
it looked
really bad.
Real bad. Like CG animating the soldiers, like the hundreds of soldiers. I know it's hard to hand draw all that, but oh my god, the CG looked bad.
Yeah. So some mild spoilers. The main character Momonga, he was supposed to basically one shot like 70,000 soldiers with one spell, and in the anime, it looked like he maybe one shot like 200 soldiers at most.
Right. It
You
wasn't.
know, it was-
Yeah, it didn't look very big.
Yeah, the scale was not there, which was kind of disappointing. But I don't know. I'm kind of more in it for the story
Mm-hmm.
than than like the animation. So I can get by because I find the world supremely interesting.
Yeah, and what I like about this show, the first 2 seasons, it was just like kind of like world building and kind of Ainz or Momonga trying to set up his place in the world. Now I think he realizes what he's capable of. So he's, to me, it seems like he's starting to, light spoilers, like maybe there's some character development there. Like he's becoming a different person, like towards the end of the 3rd season. So I'm really interested to see where he goes in the 4th season, because I think he might turn into something I didn't expect from watching, the first 2 seasons. Because the first 2 seasons was just like, hey, I'm your, friendly neighborhood overpowered skull dude. I'm a lich. I'm a undead lich or whatever, right? Hey, I don't like just straight up murder people, but like you mentioned earlier, he straight up murders people in this season. So I wonder if it's going anywhere.
There's a lot of stuff that they leave out from the light novels that I've been reading up on that helps elucidate a lot of the issues that are in the anime. Like, because he literally has no emotion, or he has like little to no emotions, and then he has that like suppressor on him, like whenever he gets excited or angry, that like calms him down. So in that sense, he has like no empathy for anyone that's not part of the Ainz Ulgon guild.
That's in the light novel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's different. In the show.
among many others.
Right.
So, like, he doesn't really, like, he cares, but he doesn't care that much.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like reading that I've been doing about like the inner workings of Overlord that really got me interested in it, because the world building that they do, like in the light novel and in the anime, is like next level with how many little details there are.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Overlord was good,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the best one.
No.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. What have you seen?
I've definitely not seen Isekai Mana Shokan.
I have not either.
It just seems like it's isekai trash is the easiest way to describe it. I know I'm using trash in a loving way. Don't think I'm hating. It's just not my kind of show. So
It's trash.
yeah, it's like having a harem, but in isekai. That's fine. I'm kind of tired of isekai, so
Yeah. Also, if anyone calls themselves the Demon King,
yeah,
or it's like, come on, dude.
yeah. We've had a lot of Demon King animes,
I'm not 16 anymore.
Yeah,
Maybe that's just not my demographic
yeah, could be.
anymore. Yeah.
You're not 16 anymore.
I haven't been 16 for a while.
Yeah. So I know a show we've both seen, Hataraku Saibo, Cells at Work.
Hataraku.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We
are
ourselves work.
It's so good.
One.
That
We
OP
are
is so good.
Hataraku. Yeah.
Woo!
Hanazawa Kana screaming every episode.
Hanazawa Kana is very easy to identify. Even in this, she is easy to identify, but she sounds different for this role, and I love that. It's
Yeah,
great.
I was watching it. I didn't look up the cast beforehand. I was just like, this sounds a lot like Hanakana, but a little bit different. And I looked up. I'm like, oh, it's Hanakana. My Hanakana radar is on point. Yeah, this show, Hataraku Saibo Cells at Work, brought to you by the same studio who does JoJo. Super good.
Yeah, so what I think we mentioned this when we did the preview, but when the cells in your body are animated as characters and they are fighting off bacteria and stuff like that, it's brutal, right? If you make them as characters and you're like the white cells, white blood cells are trying to murder the bacteria to keep the body healthy. they animate it in a very bloody, gory. They don't hold back on it, and that like mixed with the lightheartedness of everything else, with the platelets and the red blood cell being like this ditzy klutz that always gets lost.
Yeah.
It was such a good balance of lightheartedness and like heavy, like, oh, like cancer cells, like, oh shit, that's some shit. When the cancer cell happened, holy shit.
Yeah, that was a heavy episode.
That was heavy.
Yeah.
Because cancer cells are from your body, like it's something that it's not from the outside.
Yeah, so it's like they're
killing each other.
Yeah, they're fellow neighbor cells that you walk past every day. You have to slaughter them because like they're infected.
It's crazy. It's and I think David did a good job overall. Like the character design was great, but I think in the later episodes the animation just kind of got wonky. It just they lost a little bit of quality there, but overall it was still fun. And
yeah, it was a really strong start. I
Yeah.
think was
Yeah.
the best part about it.
It ended fine. Like the
Yeah.
ending was fine.
Yeah.
Because the ending was I'm not gonna spoil it, but it was pretty epic. The ending was pretty epic.
Yeah.
What they had to do. So
And if you like the lightheartedness, don't go read the spin-off.
was it
It's
Hataru Saibo Black?
Yeah, it's literally it's like the opposite of a healthy body. It's like a person who's dying. They've been like smoking
Mhm.
and drinking heavily, and like all the cells and like basically at like it's not a spoiler really, but at the like it's a short spin-off, and at the end of the spin-off like the person dies,
Oh god.
and like all the cells are just like watching the world shut down around
Oh
them.
my god, that's
And
dark.
it's like really depressing. Yeah.
Oh no.
And they're like, well, this is it. Goodbye.
Jesus.
And then that's it.
Wow.
So it's quite the opposite
yeah,
experience.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. I recommend it.
It was good.
I don't think you've seen Sasuriku no Tenchi. I think we were
No.
talking earlier. It's kind of an edgy, like I think
Oh,
it's based off of a
is this
video
the
game.
is this Kirito wearing a hoodie and a scythe?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's based off of a RPG Maker video game, I believe. So there is a video game based on this. It's just a girl, trying to escape from like this, not prison, but like she's locked up and she wants to get out of there, and she befriends this guy who just wants to kill her, but they become friends. And yeah, he's like I'm not gonna let anyone else kill you.
Oh god, I hate.
Yeah.
So, oh.
So it's one of those. If you're into that, Grand Blue.
Grand Blue.
Did you finish watching Grand Blue? I did not finish watching.
I didn't watch it because it being on Amazon is such
Yeah.
a barrier for me. I can't just load up Crunchyroll and go watch it, and
Right.
it really discourages me. So
Well,
I'm just like, I'll just read the manga.
You can
know?
just sail the seven seas, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I almost just want. Oh, I heard it was good, but a lot of manga readers were saying like, just go read the manga. It was
Right,
like
yeah.
better. So.
It is definitely better. I watched the first 3 episodes. It's funny. It's great animated. The look is great. I was worried that Zero G doesn't have a great track record. I don't think. I think their track record's kind of rough. Yeah, I'm looking at their stuff. It's kind of rough.
Oh, it's Sugumomo.
Battery Dive and Sugumomo are real bad. I mean, Sugumomo's not bad, but Battery was bad. Dive was bad. And they also did Doreiku, the animation, which was not very well received. So, yeah, I didn't really have high hopes for their work, but the characters look good. But, yeah, go read the manga. It's fun.
Yeah, I figure I'll just read the manga. So,
Yeah.
and I'll bring my lighter.
Yep. And light everything on fire. Just breathe, and then you just light stuff on fire at that point.
Anytime anyone hands me a drink.
Yep. Banana Fish, Gay Gangsters, if you're into that. I think it's gay.
Is it Gay Gangsters?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think the two main.
Oh yeah, it's a shoujo.
Yeah,
it's a shoujo anime.
Two dudes kind of implied stuff going on there, but yeah, it's really well received. Go check that out if you're into gangster action. Never saw it, so I'm just assuming from what I've read. Let's talk about Asobi Asobase.
Asobi Asobase.
I think this was my favorite show of the season and
I was gonna
possibly of the year.
Yeah, it's my anime. I'm not even done with it. I'm only halfway through with it,
Dude,
and I'm like,
the thing is, a lot of shows, because I watch too many, right?
yeah,
I end up dropping at like episode 5, 6, because I just lose interest, right? Asobi
Yeah.
Asubase was the one where it's released, it came out on Sundays. I went straight to it because I'm off every Sunday. Straight to it. I'm like, okay, I need to watch this week's Asobi Asubase. It was like when TV shows used to be like, hey, it's Seinfeld. We're Thursday nights at 7 on NBC or whatever, right? And you had to be there at 7 on whatever channel, you know?
yeah.
It felt
Yeah.
like that. It felt like I was so invested from week to week, and I wanted to see what was going to happen, and just hilarious. It's the funniest show I've seen recently.
It's really good. Man, I can't wait to catch up.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like, just not at the time recently.
just
But
when
yeah.
they draw like the goofy characters, when they make weird faces, they make them kind of like ugly and stuff. It's fantastic. They also do like the Attack on Titan serious faces and
Yeah.
shadows over their face to imply like drama and suspense and stuff. It gets all serious and stuff, but it's all for comedy and hilarious. And I forgot her name, Kino Hana, I think. Kino Hina is the voice actress for, I think, the best character on the show, Honda Hanako. Her
Hanako?
voice
Yeah.
acting is amazing. Just her shrieking is just it's iconic to me at this point.
I think part of the audition was they had to be a really good shrieker
Yeah,
for
I think
this
so.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they absolutely picked the right person. And Olivia was good. Kasumi was good. It's all
It's just
It's
really
all-
good across the board, and they're all like I think they're all pretty much like rookie voice actresses.
yeah.
Or,
They're
like, not
they
a whole
don't
lot
have
of.
no. They don't have too many
experience.
roles. Yeah, they have like 5 or 6 at most, I think. So
Yeah, they're all really new.
that's why I was surprised because I was looking at I think I know Kohara Kasumi Kohara Konomi because she was in Tsuki ga Kirei, which is great and I enjoyed her in it, but she definitely sounded amateurish. She lost a little bit of that amateurish tone, but she kind of played that very quiet, doesn't say much kind of character in Kasumi, so it kind of fit her voice very well. But yeah, I was so impressed by Kino Hina. I'm gonna keep an eye on her. I have huge hopes for her.
Yeah, they were all really good. All of them were on my radar now. So yeah, cool. Let's
Good show. Yep.
yeah, maybe we can pop through these a bit faster now.
Yeah, definitely.
'cause- I don't think these were as good.
No,
Or-
I don't think you've seen Hanebado.
No.
It's so self-serious and like
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
it got too heavy and it's yeah. The animation for them playing during the badminton matches is amazing. They use like a record amount of cells for just those scenes. So
Really?
it shows
Wow.
yeah, like it's like an amazing amount of cells that they use, animation cells that they use to animate the badminton stuff, but it's not enough to cover up the like melodramatic characters and just overly emotional shit that I could not deal with. So I do not recommend it. That's not a sports show. That's a drama show for me.
Yeah.
And I don't really care for drama stuff like that. Fully Cooley, progressive.
Did that come out yet?
I don't know.
I'm like not sure. There's supposed to be like a theatrical release, and then there's on like Toonami or something.
I don't get it. I don't understand the structure. If I did some research, I'm sure it's not that hard to understand. But yeah, there's like an Adult Swim thing, and then there's Fully Cooley progressive and alternative, and there's a theater release, and then it's like they release only once every 2 months, or I don't know. I don't. know
Yeah,
what
it's
the
like
fuck is going on.
I can't be fucked to keep up with it if
Yeah.
it's not right in front of me.
Yeah, it's just too many shows to keep track of right now. So I will watch it at some point as long as they finish airing all.
Yeah,
of it.
me too.
Because I
don't
did
think
enjoy
they're
the
gonna-
original.
They're not gonna finish until like next year, I think.
Oh, okay.
so.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
not even going to bother right now. Yuragi Sono Unisan, that's the ecchi harem
Get
show.
dropped.
Yep, I dropped that after one episode. Go read
It
the
was-
manga.
Is the manga good?
I mean, if you get the uncensored volumes, it's you see stuff
Oh, yeah.
if you want that. And
Okay.
I think they also do colored ones as well. So there you go.
We eating good tonight, fam.
Yeah. So if you're into ghost boobs, yeah, go read the manga instead.
All right.
Serious, I don't know anything about.
I didn't watch that.
Happy Sugar Life, you don't watch that?
No.
You should watch it. It's very depressing.
Okay, I won't watch it.
Okay. Island.
I dropped it.
Okay. Why did you drop it?
It has a 6.5 rating. It's
Chase,
not good.
It's not about the rating. It's about what you feel inside.
It's not good. It's I'll just play the visual novel at that point.
No, then you have to spend 50 hours. Do you want to spend 50 hours watching?
Yeah, that's the point. I'm not going to spend 50 hours playing the visual novel. I won't even spend 50 hours playing Steins Gate, and Steins Gate's actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this show, or maybe the light novel is better, as those fans would say. The show tried to be Steins Gate mixed with Da Capo from the mid 2000s and early 2000s.
That's a lot to live up to.
Yeah, Da Capo is one of the most like recognizable H games from like the 2000s era, and it's felt like that all over again. I never liked Da Capo. I dropped that shit. It's just too melodramatic and so serious. And then Island is like, hey, let's do a time travel story. And I'm not going to go into spoilery details. The time travel shit is literally time travel shit. It's just time travel is so hard to deal with, and it's really hard for me to get invested in because you can use that as a crutch, right? It's the Deus Ex Machina effect of, hey, I'm just gonna drop this right on you so you can just move the plot or save the plot. That's how it felt. But I still somewhat enjoyed it. I finished it. It got kind of interesting, but it wasn't mind-blowing. The ending was pretty good, but I wasn't blown away.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
That's fair. All right. Did you watch anything else below this? Did you watch?
I did. You haven't seen anything else?
No, I know about a few, like Planet Width and Backstreet Girls, Goku Dolls.
Right. All right, so we'll get into that. I'll quickly go over the ones I've seen below the list. Chio-chan no Tsugakuro, it's hilarious. It's probably the second funniest show of the year, and probably, of course, of the season, because Asobi Asobas is number one for me in terms of funniness. This show is hilarious. It's just essentially a gag comedy. It's like two episodes where the first half is one episode, the second half is another episode, and sometimes they'll link the two episodes together. But yeah, so it's a 20-minute episodes, but split into 10-minute episodes, essentially. So very surreal, even though it's set in a very realistic setting. It's just a girl trying to get to school, but she's surrounded by ridiculous characters, or she herself is ridiculous. She's into like PC shooters, so it's kind of funny because you'd never see like any mention of PC gaming aside from people playing like novel games and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny to see a teenage girl, a high school girl, who's into Counter-Strike and playing Assassin's Creed.
Reminds me of Gamers, where they put PUBG in it. It's
Gamers, but with actual gaming, and this girl actually cares about gaming, except, like, half of the characters in Gamers didn't give a shit about gaming. It's just
they didn't.
The two main characters only cared about gaming, realistically. But I recommend it. If you're into some ridiculous gag comedy, I would recommend Chio-chan no Tsugakuro. How to kind of receive... This show is supposed to be a volleyball show, but I felt like it was more of a fan service show. It's a lot of TNA. If you're into that, go check it out. I don't think the story is all that interesting. It's just very typical drama. It's like Hanebado, but light and more fan servicey. It's enjoyable. Characters look cute. So if you're into something, it's kind of paper thin on your emotional investment. But if you're into like volleyball and TNA, go check it out, I guess.
If you have nothing else to watch.
Yeah, if you don't. If you're just in the mood for volleyball. Beach volleyball, that is. Planet Width, I haven't finished, but it was interesting. I think I'll let the listeners go listen to the preview show to get my thoughts on that, because I've only watched like one episode after what we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard really good things about Shoujo Kageki Review. like really interesting things. It's like one of those shows where you don't know what it is until you actually experience it, kind of thing. So I'm kind of interested to check it out, but I'm probably not gonna watch it. But if you're interested in that, I thought I had one more thing down here. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Definitely don't give a shit about Fate. Who gives a shit about Fate? All right, Backstreet Girls. That show, it should be good, but the
It's
animation is so bad. They just animate the cells from the manga, like verbatim. It looks not good, and just the presentation is just so off-putting. I could not get into it.
It's JC Staff's C team.
Yeah, it's surprising. JC Staff is usually good. And High Score Girl, interesting. I read some of the manga, so I think people should just read the manga on that one.
It has really good ratings.
Yeah, I heard it got really good towards the end or in the middle. So I just started reading the manga, so I think I'll just read the manga. But if you want to watch it in anime form, it's good. It's just, a preteen just boy who's really good at fighting games realizes he's not as good. And when he's beaten by this girl in school who is supposed to be like, the perfect girl in school, just so happens to be really good at Street Fighter. And kicks his ass in every video game. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Check that out. All right, I think that's it for the summer 2018 review.
Let's go on the fall so we can
Fall.
get some recomendaciones.
Yeah, I'm ready to recommend. I've seen the first episode, so that is definitely the bottom line of any kind of enjoyment in anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. All right.
You're telling me to go watch Fairy Tail, right?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I would not do that to you. Like even not even sarcastically, I will not do that to you.
I watched the first episode and I'm like, hey, that was pretty good. And there's like 846 more episodes. I'm like,
that's One Piece.
That's a nah for me. No, I think Fairy Tail was really high too.
I don't think it's 800 though.
Maybe 500.
I would say like 200. I would say
check.
300. Check real quick. I'm pretty sure at max I would put 300, 400.
Fairy Tail. Oh, yeah, you're right. 175. Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think this is the final series, so. Hey, if you're into Fairy Tail, go check it out.
Wow.
So Sword Art Online, Alicization. You've seen Sword Art Online, right?
My boy Kirito is back.
I hear this arc is really good compared to the original Sword Art Online.
I'm planning to watch it when I find the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it too. I heard it's not nearly as divisive as previous arcs have been. So I guess we'll see how it is. Yep. Hopefully it lives up to what the people are saying.
I want to watch it because people say it's good. It's a good arc, but I'm hearing that I should probably watch the first 2 seasons of Sword Art Online.
You haven't seen those yet?
No, I don't care for it. I just honestly don't give a shit.
Do it.
I watched Gun Gale Online and I thought that was good. I didn't really need to understand Sword Art Online.
Yeah, you don't really need to watch the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, if you watch the first 12 episodes of the first season and skip the second season.
Everyone says.
Yeah, just watch the first 12 episodes and skip everything else, and then you'll be good to go.
God, then
you don't need to go into the incest arc.
I feel like I've kind of come across enough Sword Art Online information that I don't really need to watch the first 12 episodes. Like, I know enough about the characters.
You just need to read the bonus Dojin chapter that the author wrote.
Oh, yeah?
Did you hear about that?
No.
The author wrote his own erotic fan fiction of his own characters. It's called, like, chapter 16.5 or something, and it's like an explicitly written sex scene.
Oh, yeah.
Between the two main characters. It's a bit of a meme.
That's 16.5. That's the sex number.
Yeah. That's probably how old they were, too. So,
gross. All right.
Let's keep going.
All right, so, yeah, if you're into Sword Art Online, I hear good things about Alicization, so check it out. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Alicization? Alicization?
Alakazam.
Alakazam. All right. Goblin Slayer.
Done by White Fox, the kings of fantasy world.
This show is very talked about for good and bad reasons.
I've heard. I'm not watching this because I don't do well with
Very explicit assaults.
Yeah, I don't do well with sexual assault scenes.
And this takes it to another level because I'm slight spoilers. I'm gonna give people 10 seconds to pause or skip 20 seconds.
Cover your ears.
But it is sexual assault being committed by goblins because apparently goblins in D&D, they kidnap women so they can reproduce. So it's dark, and they showed it, like not showed the thing, a close up, but it happened, like graphic enough to where it really upset me.
Yeah, it's really pretty bad. I heard a lot of people from like the manga who like read the manga, and they're like, yeah, this is pretty dark.
Yeah.
It's different strokes for different folks, but if you don't mind it, I guess you can go through it. But...
Yeah, and there's no lightheartedness about it, so I enjoy that they're going full in on this. I really like the Goblin Slayer's armor and character and how knowledgeable he is about goblins. But man, the brutal stuff that happened with the assault and then the stuff that happened afterwards is just so graphically, like,
it's distasteful.
Yeah, it's bordering on distasteful. Yeah, a lot of people will call it distasteful. For me,
it's story relevant, but
yeah, it's story relevant. It sets up the stakes. It explains why those things happen. So it's important to the narrative, but I feel like you don't need to really show it. I think you can just imply that. But I guess they really wanted to nail the point home.
White Fox goes hard.
Yeah.
ReZero made me lightheaded.
Yeah.
Like I literally watched episode 15 in ReZero. I had to stop, put it down, and go lie down for a bit because my head, I was just like, I felt like I was gonna pass out from all the violence and blood and shit.
Right.
I was just
and it's kind of a hard show to recommend, but if you're fine with, I would say this is probably along the lines of like Berserk's darkness and brutality. So if you can handle Berserk, you could probably handle Goblin Slayer, but it is very, very dark from the first episode, and I think it continues to be that way throughout the show and manga and light novel. So
if you want Doom, but instead of demons, it's goblins, and instead of the Doom Slayer, it's the Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, it's watch Goblin Slayer.
I saw.
Yeah, what's up?
I saw some video where they put the audio from the Doom trailer over the scene where you showed him and just started killing everything. I'm like, rip and tear.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So it is that. It's a show about hunting goblins because they hurt people. So, it's kind of dark if you're into dark stuff with very vulgar, very mature themes. Check it out. Tokyo Ghoul. I hear it's gonna be bad because they're trying to cram so much of the manga into 12 episodes.
Isn't this the last thing they're ever gonna animate for?
That's what I heard. Yes. So I have a friend who's a pretty big Tokyo Ghoul fan. He's not looking forward to watching this. He's sad. All right, Fairy Tail we talked about. We're not gonna watch that. Tensei Shitara Slime Dataken.
Is this I got reincarnated as a slime?
Yes.
I heard it was good.
It's pretty solid. It's an isekai. It's your typical isekai. Oh, I have this power. I have this ability. And, it's a guy who gets transported into a fantasy world. He is reincarnated as a slime, as the title would suggest. And that's basically it so far. The first two episodes have been kind of slow, but it's been very enjoyable. Like it's setting up, like it's showing the way and how many abilities he's learning while he's experiencing this new world. So I feel like that's going to come into play as, hey, this slime is super OP. Like Ainz in Overlord. It's just going to be the slime just burning through everyone.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to when I can start it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It could be interesting. It's going to be 24 episodes, so hopefully the intrigue keeps up all 24 episodes.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, so they're going to be pretty deeply... Yeah.
8-Bit's animating it.
Yeah.
They're the Gasaya and the Infinite Stratos people.
Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. I haven't seen any weird stuff. And the voice acting is really good for the slime, so it's
alright, cool.
Solid. Next up, Seishun Butayaro wa Bunny Girl Senpai no Yume o Minai. AKA, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. It's streaming on Crunchyroll as that title.
I kind of passed over this just from like the cover art. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not into the bunny girl fetish. Like, I don't really care about that, but I've heard some good things about it.
Right. Just to set up, it's not heavy spoilers. This is revealed in the first episode. The reason why she's wearing a bunny outfit is because it's a weird phenomenon called, I think it's called puberty syndrome. Yeah, it's called the puberty syndrome. I don't think it's an actual medical thing, but because it's it's anime. But the issue that the main character or the bunny girl character is suffering from is that people are not able to see her physically. So she wears the bunny girl outfit trying to see if she can be seen. And that's sort of the revelation of, hey, she's not the only one suffering from this puberty syndrome, and each puberty syndrome apparently is kind of different to each person it affects. So the main character actually has it as well, but I won't get too far into details because that's kind of revealed a little further on. But yeah, that's actually the plot. Is the main character, which is Sakta. He's trying to help the bunny girl senpai Mai and see if they can solve the problem. So the tone of the show is kind of, or tone or theme of the show is similar to Bakemonogatari. Like when, Araragi was going around trying to solve people's problems, Hitagi Crab and stuff like that, and Suruga Monkey, where it's like they're being haunted by these supernatural beings, right?
So is this Bakemono?
It's essentially Bakemono, but I don't think there's anything actually like haunting these people.
It's just how they are. It's
just a thing they're suffering. So, like I said, the bunny girl senpai, people can't see her, so she wears the bunny girl outfit to see if people can, take notice. And people don't, except for the main character. The main character actually sees her. So they don't really go into like what caused this or why and how it affects people. Or
it just is.
It just is. It's not explained at all. So it's the main character and the bunny girl senpai trying to figure out what the hell is going on, essentially. So I think it's very similar in concept to Bakemonogatari. So if you're into Bakemonogatari, it's a lot of that and a lot of philosophical talk. So very similar to Bakemono in that way as well.
I love being cerebral.
Yeah, I know, right? It's too smart for me, man.
Yeah, it's too cerebral.
It's too much for me sometimes. So yeah, check it out. I've enjoyed the first two episodes. So.
Alrighty. Next up,
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the Golden Wind arc. Only one episode out so far. I'm all in on this. It's so good. Like
I still have to catch up on all the JoJo's.
Oh, dude, it's so good. JoJo's.
I want to. It's just like it's such an investment. But everyone's like, if I could go back in time and reinvest my time in watching it all again, they would.
I would.
100%.
I wish I was into JoJo's earlier, like as soon as it started airing. But
frick.
Yeah, if you can set aside some time for it, I would definitely check it out. But yeah, this season's gonna be amazing. I can tell already. First episode, it looks amazing. It feels amazing. I love David's production's art style for it. Like Araki's style is so unique. We all know that JoJo's characters look so different and bizarre, if you will.
And it takes place in Italy this time, right?
Italy, yeah, in Naples. So yeah, it's really, really excited because you get to see like the characters' abilities and stuff, and that is half of the mystery. So it's gonna be awesome. I'm so hyped.
Hell yeah, brother.
If you're not watching JoJo's, I would definitely recommend you watch JoJo's from start, and it's a great battle action show. So, Towaru Majutsu no Index 3. The show is
Biri is back.
Biri's back after a 10-year hiatus. Well, she did the Towaru Kagak and Railgun. That was more recent. But yeah, Index is back. Biri's back.
Should I catch up?
Gender Equality Man is back. Yes.
Because
I don't know.
like everyone's always like, man, Misaka Mikoto is like the best thing ever since sliced bread. And
so,
I'm like,
I don't think any of the female characters are particularly interesting in this show. I think Misaka Mikoto is pretty good. People dislike Index for some reason. They just think she's annoying. She is, but that's the point of her character. But yeah, I'm not a huge this show definitely can start a waifu war, but I'm not definitely not invested in any of the waifu characters. So
how's the story?
The story is, what I like about Index is that this is not for Railgun. Railgun's all about science, right? To set up the story or the world of Towaru Majutsu no Index, a certain magical index. There's a city in Japan called Academy City. It's where it's like the first line of science, just science, science, science. It's like that one episode or the arc in South Park where beavers are sentient and they're all atheist and they're all about science. It's essentially that. They're all about science. It's about using scientific knowledge to unlock superpower abilities, which is how Toma, the main character, kind of the reason why he's there, and Misaka Mikoto's ability with the railgun, that's how they have it. It's unlocked by science. But the interesting part about Index is they take that concept of science versus religion and says, hey, let's just do an all-out war. It's a war between science and religion. It's the people who are denying evolution against people who are saying it's all about evolution.
Okay, I can see how some people would be attracted to this.
They don't really talk about evolution, but it's the idea, right? It's the old-fashioned religion is, it's about tradition and old ideas, and it's about this certain way of doing things. And then science is let's advance forward. So it's a war between science and magic, and I thought it's one of the more intriguing worlds, recently in anime. I know this is going back 10 years, but I always thought the world of Index is fascinating. I just was never super in love with the show. I really liked the first 2 seasons, and I've watched the first season of Railgun, and I've enjoyed it. I haven't seen the second season. I'm planning on watching it, but yeah, I think it's good.
Okay. That you got me. I had no idea what anything was about, but I was always this a lot of people like this. It must be good.
I think it's solid. If you're into something that's battle action with a little bit of political and intrigue and stuff like that, there's a little bit of that as well. So yeah, I would recommend it if you haven't watched Railgun or Index, to check out Index if you're okay with investing. Now 52 plus 26 episodes, so
Whoa.
78 episodes in total after the 3rd season, so it's a lot of investment, but I enjoy it, so
I'll get caught up eventually.
Yeah. Alright, Irozuku Sekai no Ashita Kara. It is the new work from PA Works. It's an original. It is all by PA Works, and apparently the show could be interesting. It's weird time travel, romance, magic, set in the city of Nagasaki. Story takes place in a world where a minuscule amount of magic remains in everyday life. You tell me. Descendant of a witch, grew stale with her emotions. She lost her sense of color at a very young age. Experienced love for her granddaughter's future. Kohaku.
She sends her back to the distant past of 2018.
Yeah, it's just time travel, and then like yeah. But I've watched some of the show. I didn't like watch it with the sound on. I just wanted to see what the show looked like. The show looks amazing. Just
really
beautiful animations. Character designs are gorgeous. Just visually, I think it's a great looking show. I can't say for the plot. I cannot do shows like that because I'm pretty sure I would bet $10 that it's gonna have a sad ending.
Uh-oh.
I'm just guessing.
That might not be for me either.
The tone of the show seemed like it's gonna be sad. So
yeah,
not my show. But if you're into something good looking and interesting romance, could be good for you. And next up, we've both seen this. Zombie Land Saga.
This is the best show of the season. I'm calling it.
I'm gonna say no, but it is awesome. I think.
I say that half ironically, but it had the best pilot.
Yeah,
of most shows I've ever seen.
Probably the most interesting first episode. Yeah, I agree with that.
And it's an original too, so it's like you no idea where it's going. Yeah. So this is a show where essentially an idol manager is getting together a bunch of girls who have died. He resurrected them somehow, no explanation on that yet, and he's trying to create a zombie idol group to save the prefecture of Saga from I don't know, whatever.
The goal is completely like overlooked. It's just like, yeah, it's just, Saga, the prefecture, yeah. It's a place. And the girls are like, what? What is it? What are we doing then? Are we just gonna be like the local idols, where it's like, hey, come to Saga, but like he hasn't really said exactly. Well, he did say it. It's just like it's a grand scheme of like, oh, it's about becoming a scale of Japan and all that shit. So it's that. Did you watch the second episode?
Oh, is it out?
Yeah, it's out.
No, I've been really busy. So
yeah,
no.
So just make time to watch the second episode. I think the second episode goes in a different place.
Oh, don't they go to hip hop?
Yeah. So first episode was like heavy metal, death metal, whatever, right? And then they go to hip hop and rap. So I was surprised by the rapping. I thought it was really well done. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm genuinely excited about what's gonna happen, and I think I was looking at the credits for the ending for the first episode. I didn't watch it for the second episode. I should have. I'm gonna. I can actually do that now while we're doing this and talk at the same time. But the interesting thing was in the first episode, it looks like, I don't know if it's the creator. Yeah, it's got because it's an anime original, but it looks like they did some interviewing with actual idols. So at the end of the first episode, they credit
like
a bunch
special
of
thanks.
a bunch of different idol groups.
Huh.
And one of them was Kamen Joshi. So Kamen Joshi, of course, is
Kamen Joshi kind of has this vibe. Yeah. Honestly,
the first episode is definitely like Kamen Joshi, so I can definitely see where they got their inspiration from. I actually just need to see the second episode and figure out if they credited like Rhymeberry or something. I think that would be interesting. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's funny that it's an original and it's just, it would be cool if they just did like a different genre every episode, but I'm not sure if that's the case. But it's really weird in a good way.
Yeah. It had a really funny cold open where like it opens like a typical like shoujo, like I'm going to school, my life's gonna turn around today. She like looks up at the sun. She's like, it's so beautiful.
Oh,
this
I'm gonna
is
apply
my
to
day.
Be an idol. Yeah.
Yeah, Is that what she's? Is that
yeah,
what
she was. Yeah, she was applying to be an idol.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I want to be an idol, and then she runs out the door and immediately gets fucking destroyed by this truck.
The truck, man.
And it made the most visceral, like, bone-breaking, like, glass-shattering noise. Like, I, like, recoiled. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, like actual car accident kind of thing.
Yeah, it was so loud. And then the entire credits at the beginning just rolls over her body, like, flying through the air and, like, landing on the ground. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
It's pretty good.
I, like, watched that opening scene, like, a couple times, and I was just, like, still laughing my ass off. every time. It was it was an experience. It was I did not know that was gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh, so even in episode 2, Kamen Joshi's credited, and Gekijoban Gokigen Teikoku is credited, and Idol College is credited. So yeah,
Nice.
they interviewed a couple of different idol groups too. Get their thoughts on what the hell it means to be an idol, I guess. So
That's
yeah,
At least they're doing the research.
yeah, that's
Seems
cool.
very good.
That's really cool, and I think this is an idol show I can get behind, because Love Live can get a little too hey, happy go lucky, yay, oh there's an obstacle but we're gonna get through it, yay, there's too much of that for me in Love Live. So
Yeah.
this show is on another level. Miyano Mamoru, the manager, voice actor,
Hoin Kyoma.
yeah, Hoin Kyoma, of course,
He's
the
a-
Okabe Rintaro from Steins Gate. Yeah,
He's a dude who knows how to take it to the next level, which is what
his
that manager
screaming
needs.
is so good. It's like Hanako's screaming from Asobi Asobase, right? His screaming in this is so good. He's just he turns the music on. He's like, go, go, go. And that screaming is just fabulous.
He's really good.
He's not one of my favorites because he sounds very similar in every role he does. But when he does the goofy, screamy characters, that's the kind of characters I gravitate towards in his roles. So, yeah, it's interesting show. It's funny, and I have no idea where this show is going. So,
Yeah, it's it'll be a ride for
Yeah.
sure.
for sure. All right, Fully Cooley alternative. Well, fucking whatever. Progressive's
talked
going
about
on.
it.
Whatever. Kishuku Gakko no Juliet. Chase,
Yeah.
you want some school romance?
Is it good?
You want some waifus?
How many waifus?
As many as you want.
Is it good though?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Is
you know,
it?
It's your typical romance comedy, harem-y kind of show. The main character is I believe part of okay, so the weird thing about this show is it takes place in between two schools, right? Two schools are literally bordering on a border of a country, right? It's like two separate countries or whatever, or territories, right? One, the school with the black uniforms, they're all dog based.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all the characters have a dog pun in their name, so it's kind of
Oh.
corny that way. And
Yeah.
then all the people in the white uniform school has cats somewhere in their name. So I think the main girl in the show is called Persia, Persia,
Yeah.
Persian cat, So
And her name's Juliet, and then
Juliet. Okay, and the guy, his name is Inuzuka, and his name is Romeo. So it's about Romeo and Juliet. They're not meant to be because he's a dog and she's a cat. That's essentially the thing. A lot of waifu potential from what I can tell in the cover. The second episode just came out today or yesterday, so I have to watch that.
this is an all-star cast.
The cast is unfucking believable.
This is stacked.
Kamiya Hiroshi, Ono Yuki, Kaya no Ai, Sakura Ayane, Usaka Sumire, Ogura Yui, Hosoya Yoshimasa, Sugita Tomokazu. You recognize every voice in this.
This is stacked.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on here?
Check it out.
Who paid for this?
I don't know, but Leiden Films, I guess. But yeah, the voice cast is stacked. I think there's definitely waifu war potential here. So I think it's enjoyable. It's kind of it's got a maybe little bit of what is that show? What is that freaking shoujo show? Fujioka Haruhi, Kiss Kiss Fall, Ouran Host Club.
Oh, Oran Host Club.
Yeah, it has an Ouran Host Club kind of vibe. It's just wacky and zany all over the place. The characters are just flying everywhere, because they got punched or whatever. So it's a wacky, zany show. But at the end of it, it's still funny. The voice cast is great. So I think, I would check it out. This is what I want Nisekoi to be,
Oh shit.
I know we have our issues with Nisekoi, right?
Yeah.
We've
yeah,
we've voiced that on the show.
my issues with the manga. But yeah,
Right.
and the anime. Yeah, there's issues. Yeah.
There's issue with the storytelling. I think this is a easier to. This is like a you don't get too emotionally invested in this, so it's just like you watch it, and you enjoy it, right? That's perfectly
that's
fine.
good.
It's just good entertainment. While Nisekoi is just like you get emotionally invested. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with the main character? You know it's essentially that. So yeah, this show is called Shikugakko no Juliet.
Hopefully, it doesn't end like Romeo and Juliet.
I don't think so. It is on Crunchyroll? No, it's not on Crunchyroll, unfortunately.
Why do you make it so... It's Amazon! No!
Alright, sell the 7 Seas, boys.
Alright. I hate watching on Amazon.
Yeah. I would recommend it.
I have Prime, and I hate watching anime on Amazon.
Yeah, because they don't show you. Like, oh, here's the new anime airing. Like, they don't do any of that. So, yeah, I should do that. I need to do that. Alright, Yagata Kimi ni Naru, Shoujo Ai. If you're into same sex,
That Yuri.
some ladies loving ladies for you. Yagata Kimi ni Naru. Radiant is interesting in that it is based off of a French author. I don't know if it's a manga. I think it is actually. Radiant, a French manga.
A French manga?
Yeah, so the author is French, and it looks very anime and manga, right? Like the character design. So it's to me it feels One Piecey. I watched like the first 5-10 minutes ish episode. I'm really not looking for like a long like battle shonen right now at the moment. I need all I need is JoJo's at the moment. I don't really need anything else, so I'm not in the mood. But it feels like One Piecey, maybe a little bit of Black Clover-ish. So if you're looking for, a typical battle shonen show, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
It looks good. The show looks good. So.
All right, cool.
I don't know anything about Ulysses. So we'll skip that. Ore ga suki na no wa imoto dakedo imoto janai.
Imoto janai.
The
It's
person
another trash sister
I love
anime.
is my sister, but not my sister. And I believe it's called my sister, my writer in Crunchyroll. So, yeah.
Isn't the main character the sister for once in this one?
No. From
Is it
what
still
I
the
saw,
older dude?
Yeah, from what I saw the first 10 minutes, it's still the guy. And I could not finish this. I could not finish the first episode. The animation was just bad. It looked like a bad-looking show from 2003. That's just unacceptable in this day and age. And the premise is just so played out. The premise is Aramanga Sensei. The guy is an aspiring novelist, a light novelist, right?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a sister complex or whatever, but he's an aspiring novelist, and his sister is like apparently super talented. Where did we hear that?
Aramanga Sensei.
Yeah. So I gave this show a shot. I knew it was going to be probably not good, but I did not expect the animation to look as bad, so it made it really easy for me to not care about it.
The key visual looks good.
Key visual looks good, sure. It's just like judging a book by its cover, right? The cover looks great.
Literally.
And you literally read it or watch it for 5 minutes, and it just looks like, oh, the eyes are just... What the fuck is going on with the eyes, bro? It's just... Yeah, it's not a good-looking show, and the premise is just so tired, and it doesn't do it in this thumbing the nose kind of way like Sister's All I Need, that one comedy from
that one was kind of
this year.
Yeah, like I enjoyed that one because it was very making fun of it to an extent.
It was making fun of stuff like this, people who create stuff like this, essentially. Yeah. So this is, to me, the first 10 minutes, there was no hook to it. It was just literally, hey, I'm just an average teenage boy who goes to high school, and I'm a light novelist. Oh, here's my sister who has perfect grades, great looking, and she's very athletic. Oh, she just so happens to be a super talented novelist as well. Oh, great. So,
Nice.
If you want that, go for it, but I would not recommend it. Read Ride, I don't. Re-Ride, I don't know.
Rewrited.
Rewrite it. All right. This one I've seen. Kaze ga tsuyoku fuiteru. The wind is blowing hard, or it is known as Run with the Wind. Yes, Run with the Wind on Crunchyroll, done by Production I fucking G, my dude.
This looks cool. I'm
looks,
not really a sports anime guy though, but I think if you are, you'd really be into it.
Right. This show is about running a marathon. It's a team marathon. It's Ekiden in Japan. It's a once-a-year competition between colleges. Thankfully, a show based in college and not high school. Isn't that fresh for a change? Where people can legally drink and smoke?
Wow.
It's actually refreshing to see people drinking and smoking in a school setting. Well, they're not drinking and smoking in school, but they're students at a school living in a dorm drinking and smoking. So that's cool. I like that already. And
does this take place in Hakone?
No, it's I don't think it does take place in Hakone, but Hakone is just is the place where the Ekiden takes place. So
okay.
I'm not sure if this one is, but if you're a university that's selected to take take part in the Ekiden, you race in Hakone, and yeah, it's a very prestigious, like it's televised every year. I think it's around New Year time, and it's huge. It's sort of like Japan's, like, I don't want to say Super Bowl, but it is like the Koshien, the high school baseball tournament, the baseball series, and the baseball championship series, and probably Ekiden are like the top 3, top 5 like sports events of the year. So it's a big thing, and it's about this dormitory full of students at this college, and this one kid, his name is Haiji, who wants to enter the Ekiden, the team marathon, and the dorm was set up to support the runners. So it's about him trying to, gather the troops and become a super dope ass marathon team.
All right.
I recommend.
That sounds pretty good.
It's funny. They have a character who's foreign, and they don't portray him in this super stereotypical way. There's actually a moment in the show where they address like stereotypes and stuff. He's of African descent. I don't remember where he was from. I believe he was from Africa. So he's African, and then the I think it was Haiji. Haiji's like, look, we have this guy who is clearly talented at running. And then the character who's from Africa is like, excuse me, that's just a stereotype. You don't know if I run fast. And he's like, no, I've seen your muscles. You can run. And he's like, oh, okay. So it wasn't like stereotyping. It was literally like, you have really good lean muscles for running. So, he saw potential in him as a runner, not just because he's from Africa.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's fun. I usually, when things like that happen, it's usually just, play off the stereotypes, but they subverted the stereotype, which is really cool. I like that.
Yeah. One small step for mankind.
One small step for anime.
For anime kind.
And it's going to take 2 steps back.
Yeah.
It usually does. So I recommend it. The show looks great. The character design looks similar to, I would say a cross between Free from Kyoto Animation and Haikyuu from the other Production IG show. So it's good-looking boys, but don't let that put you off. I think it's an interesting show with a really good cast of charismatic, fun characters.
Hey, man, if you can't appreciate a good-looking boy cast without, who are you?
Hey, and we're getting another good-looking boys doing sports things show. It just has not aired yet. We will talk about it a little later. So right. I would recommend it. Kaze ga tsuyoku fuiteru. I think it's good so far. 2 episodes in, I've watched both. Good characters, and I'm interested to see where it goes. And I think it's going to get completely adapted because I believe it's a novel. This is based on a novel, and the novel's completely done, and it's slated for 23 episodes. So I think it's going to get completely adapted.
Go to fruition.
Yes, so I'm looking forward to it. So that's Kaze ga tsuyoku fuiteru or Run with the Wind. Golden Kamui. I need to watch the first season.
Yeah.
Yep. It sounds really good.
Go watch Golden Kamui.
Yeah, I'm going to do that at some point. SSSS Gridman, the new show from Trigger.
Have you seen the original or like the Animators Expo short
No,
Gridman?
no, I haven't.
Uh, some animators I think pulled together. I don't remember who they are, but they made an original like the Expo thing. Like that's where like me and girl came from.
Oh, right,
along
right,
with
right,
the-
right.
Yeah, it's like that same
It's like an anthology kind of thing. It's like a collection.
yeah, that kind of
right?
thing. Yeah, so there's one called Gridman, and it was just basically like ton of like it's like really just tokusatsu kind
Right.
of style. Like it's just basic. It was basically tokusatsu eye candy,
Right.
like along those lines, and it looked really good, and so that was kind of the inspiration for this. And I think the SSSS comes from an American show that was inspired by like what was that old show that was kind of like this?
Like Power Rangers,
Kind of Power Rangers.
Kamen
like,
Rider.
Yeah, yeah, it was inspired by Kamen Rider.
Right.
I can't remember it at the moment, but I'm not sure if Trigger's gonna do it justice. It's looking a bit iffy at the moment.
So I actually watched the original Gridman as a kid, as a tokusatsu show, and I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yeah,
And I don't remember anything about it, but I had the robot. It moved parts and whatever, right? I had everything. I had the merchandise. I don't have it anymore, of course, but I enjoyed the crap out of it. So it brought me kind of like I don't remember it, so I can't really feel nostalgia, but I feel something. I connected with this show. I'm kind of disappointed that the ratings are only 6.7. I think that's
you think it's better?
severely low. Severely. It's Trigger, right? So it looks great. The action is amazing. It's a huge robot against a giant monster. It looks amazing. It's Trigger. It's gonna look amazing.
I just don't think that like this generation of anime watchers are like really into the tokusatsu Ultraman
Right.
sort of
But
vibe.
if you really think about it, Trigger has done basically everything they done like here before, and people have loved it. The screaming of moves and stuff like that happened in Kill La Kill or Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
I know Gurren Lagann's not Trigger, but
Yeah.
essentially became Trigger. They have experience with giant robots, big action. I don't see why people have a weird disconnect with like, oh, Trigger's doing this tokusatsu show. Like, I feel like some people aren't giving it a chance, and it's so weird to me that no one's talking about the show when Trigger's doing it, and I think people are just dismissing it because it's based on tokusatsu.
Yeah, I think that's literally the reason why they're like dismissing it.
Yeah, and
So-
it's like they brought back like the voice actors they always hire for all their shows. It's I don't know her name off the top of my head. She was originally cast in Fooly Cooley, and she
Yeah, they
makes
brought back
cam-
some of the original voice actors and actresses.
I forget her. Shintani Maimi. She's in like every Gainax Trigger show, right? Essentially, she's
Yeah.
in everything, and she's in this too. So it's like that's more reason for people who are faithful to Gainax or Trigger to really be excited. But I don't really see like why people wouldn't be hype after seeing the first episode. Like, it's maybe the pacing was weird. Like, oh, the kid like knew somehow how to become Gridman or whatever. I guess that's a little bit of a spoiler, but I think it's kind of obvious he is gonna be Gridman. So I feel like people dismissed it for some reason. I haven't read too much about it, but when I was checking Reddit and saw how little comments it had compared to like Goblin Slayer, I was sitting here going, yes, Goblin Slayer is good, and it has a very polarizing thing happen a couple times in that show, but like this show deserves just as much praise and like interest just based on Trigger being Trigger. So
Yeah.
I thought that's a weird disconnect there. I think people need to give it a shot. I think it's impressive. It looks good. It's probably going to be a Monster of the Week show, but because it is Trigger and because it's animated, I don't think they're gonna do just Monster of the Week. I think it's gonna be a little bit more than that.
Yeah. So I found it. So the SSSS part comes from an American. There was an American adaptation of Gridman called Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad with the all S's. And so Trigger is kind of paying homage to that as well. The American adaptation, in naming it this, and it was like super Americanized. You know, they replaced all. It was like a live action of it. They used like all Caucasian actors. It was like, my name is Sam Collins.
So
and then,
basically, Power Rangers.
Yeah, it was essentially Power Rangers. Like they just like readapted it for an American audience. And so when they named it SSSS.Gridman, they were paying some homage to this.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Gridman has a dope ass design. I love the design of Gridman. I'm not a huge like Ultraman Kamen Rider guy, but Gridman's design is so dope. I love his design. Just I guess that's my nostalgia talking, but I think this show is worth checking out for anyone who's a fan of Trigger, or if you're a fan of Tokusatsu at all.
Maybe this will be the first Trigger show you really enjoy.
I think so. I think it might be. It has a potential to be my favorite Trigger show, which is sad.
They're just preying on your nostalgia.
Yeah, that might be why. But
yeah.
I honestly don't remember that show. I just remember watching it religiously and having the toys. So, I don't have actual nostalgia. I just did watch it. So
yeah.
So yeah, I would recommend the show. Uchinome Dogo Zasugiru, that's a shoujo ai.
More Yuri.
Yeah, Yuri kind of show. Tonai no Kyuketsuki-san seems like more shoujo ai slice of life stuff. Conception is based off the game where you it's like Persona. It's a Persona ripoff, but like instead of making personas, you make babies that are like Pokemon.
You make babies.
Yeah, so okay. Conception is okay, think of the word conception.
Is this like Inception?
Yes. No. It's conception. Literally think conception.
Yeah.
What do you think of? It's when you think of an idea or when someone gets a baby or makes a baby, right?
Yeah.
They conceived, conception. It's that. The main character of those games basically romances girls, and they do a ceremony, quote-unquote ceremony, and they birth Pokemon.
Nice.
That fight for you. But they're like personas, right? They're like personas that fight for you.
Are they expendable? Do you just
I think
they just die and you just make another baby?
No. They don't die like that. They become like Pokemon. They recycle. Like you can not use them, but like they don't just die and go away. You can revive them.
Is this all part of Shinzo Abe's plan to get us to get Japanese people? It's like, look, you can have cute little babies. They're just like Pokemon. I know you millennials love Pokemon.
You love the Pokemon. You love the Pokemon.
You love
Go.
Look, if you two have sex, you make your own Pokemon.
It's Pokemon, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thanks, Prime Minister.
So yeah, if you want that, it's probably it's a trashy concept. I actually own Conception 2 on PS Vita. Never played it. Because I wanted to play something that was like resembling Persona, because it's very similar in concept, like the battle and stuff. So I never got into it. Released a Spice action. I believe it has slight Yuri in it. It's a lot of cute girls fighting and fucking shit up, from what I understand. It's an intelligence agency kind of thing, so it's like a spy thing. That's why it's Spice. But spelled Spice. C with a C and E at the end.
And a Y in the
with
middle.
a Y. Yeah. Release the Spice. Check that out. I hear some good things about it. Not my kind of show. Hinomaru Zumo. If you want some sumo action, shonen, this is like Kuroko no Basket in terms of, hey, this guy is probably going to have a superpower, but it's like a sports show. I think it's going to be.
Is sumo really your thing or not really?
It's not my thing at all. I don't know shit about sumo, but I enjoy the first episode. The thing is, the weird thing about sport anime that's really good is that if it's really good, you get into that sport.
Yeah.
Or you at least like read up on it, or like just taking some knowledge based on it. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm planning on doing that, but like I did that for like Yowamushi Pedal in terms of biking. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, could be interesting. It's done by Gonzo, and yeah, the first episode was enjoyable, but it's a typical shonen sports show. Next up, Gaiko Tsutain Honda-san. It is a 10-minute short anime, but don't let that fool you. This show is about a dude who's literally skull and bones. He is a walking dead that works at a bookstore that mainly serves kind of like the otaku manga readers. So he deals with customers and coworkers and essentially that. So it's funny. I watched the first
Yeah, I
episode.
heard it was pretty good.
Yep, I recommend it if you want. It's 10 minutes, so it's not a huge time investment. Check it out. It's funny. Tsurune Kazemai Koko Kyudobu. This is the Kyoto animation cute boys doing sport things a la
Oh man, they're wearing archery uniforms.
Look at how cute they are, dude.
So friggin' cute.
One with the glasses, one with the hoodie underneath the blazer. Like, oh my god.
Oh yeah. Look at that character design.
That's so Kyoto Animation, dude. So yeah, it's Kyoto Animation, so I bet this show's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. It's a sports show, so I'm willing to give it a chance, but I'm not a huge fan of Free. I never really got into Free. It felt more melodramatic than sport, so I hope this leans more towards sport, but I'm not, I don't have my hopes up, so I don't get disappointed, but I'm sure it'll look amazing.
I guess we'll see.
We shall see. Double Decker, I don't know anything about.
Is there anything else really under here that we care about?
I think, yes, there's a couple more, sorry. Karakuri Circus is a action mystery show. It's fucking crazy. I don't even know what to call it. It's like, in terms of feel, it feels like maybe JoJo's Bizarre Adventure of just kind of ludicrous things happening. It's only the first episode, so I can't really speak for what the show's going to be about, but yeah, it's about like puppets that can disguise as humans that are used as weapons. So it's really interesting. There's kind of like, hey, let's go after this heir to the throne kind of thing. So it's interesting, and the action's great, and yeah, good voice acting. Hayashibara Megumi, most widely known for her role as Ayana Mirai in the original Evangelion, and Koyama Rikia, who is my dude from Hajime no Ippo. I think this show has huge potential. It could be super epic, and it's a completed show. It's a completed manga.
Really long.
It's a really long manga series, so it's 36 episodes. I don't know if they're going to be able to adapt everything, but I hope they do.
How did they... 36... That's such a weird number.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3 seasons. So it's a weird number. We'll see. I hope they adapt everything because it's such a long-running manga, and it's completed, I think. I think it's completed, so I'm super intrigued. I'm very curious as to where this show is going to go. It was 43 volumes. Jesus Christ.
They're probably not going to...
I don't think they can fit all that. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm really excited for this. Check that out if you want some action mystery. And I think the only other one I've seen down here is Beelzebub Jo no Okini Mesu Mama. Sorry, it's a mouthful.
It's
as
a hard
Miss
one.
Beelzebub likes. It is on Crunchyroll. I watched it yesterday. It is a super comfy slice of life about Beelzebub, the demon ruler of hell, and she is a cute girl.
Nice.
Yep. It's super comfy. I think it's funny. I think it's charming. Check it out. The ratings are kind of low on it, but I think this is the slice of life I can watch. I feel like certain slice of lives I can handle. This is one of them.
It can be one of them, yeah.
Yeah, because it takes place in hell, but it doesn't really look like hell. It looks more like the characters look more like fucking, what is that? Powers of Axis.
Yeah.
Hetalia. Yeah. It looks more like the characters look more like Hetalia than anything. So.
Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
It's a cute show. It's comfy, and it's about this demon lord who is a cute girl, and she's apparently good at her job. So check it out. I think it's fun. And I think that's everything I've seen.
How about the Senran Kagura, dude?
Oh yeah, back TNA, bruh.
Bruh.
I was gonna try and point out any shows that people are really talking about, so I can at least highlight that. But I think we covered them. I think it's
it's
the
just
most
like
talked about is Goblin Slayer for sure. So
yeah. I don't know. To me, this season feels a bit light, but
yeah,
I think I'm just not looking hard enough. But
I think this season's great. It's off to a great start.
cool.
Just like
Yeah.
JoJo's existing, and then like Index coming back.
Yeah, that's fair. For the OG fans, this is fantastic for everybody. Like, it's a lot of old running series that are
And
going.
you know what it is? I feel like last season it was a lot of comedies, right? It was Asobi Asabase, Chio-chan, and Grand Blue. There's a lot of comedies. This season is like a lot of everything. You want isekai, you got your isekai. You want sport, you got your sport. You want a trigger show, you got a trigger show. You want action, you got Goblin Slayer or Golden Kamuy. If you want a sports show, another sports show, you got Kaze ga Tsuyoku Fuiteru. If you want incest, you have incest. You if you want harem, you have harem. You want like a touching romantic story, you have one. You want like a Bakemonogatari clone, you have one. It's just a lot of everything. So I think this season's gonna be good.
Yeah, it'll be good. Hopefully, I can watch some of it, given how busy I'll be.
Yeah, just if you're free, just see if any of them catches your eye.
Yeah, I'll probably just watch my hard stays. I'll probably I'll be watching Zombieland. I'll probably be watching Slime, and I'll probably watch Sword Art.
Yeah.
Just cause, and then I'll see if I can squeeze in Irozuku Sekai no Ashita Kara.
Yep.
I want to see it because I'm usually a sucker for romantic tragedy stuff, and I usually hate myself for it.
Yep. I think that's totally up your alley.
Yeah, and I'll watch Gridman, but like honestly, that's about the extent.
Yeah.
For me this season, so. Yeah.
Oh, also, Kishiku Gakko no Juliet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
For
yeah,
your
I'm watching it.
harem-y rom-com.
Nisekoi 2.0.
Yeah. Well, I think this is going to be less painful than Nisekoi. So you can just watch it, turn your brain off, and watch it and enjoy it. So
Cool.
Yep.
Sounds like fun.
All right. Do you want to talk about anything else?
I think that's it.
All right.
We've already gone pretty deep as is.
We went pretty ham, actually. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts? Anything to look out for?
Next season. This season just started, but there's some good stuff to look forward to next season. Kaguya-sama
Oh right, yeah.
is getting an anime adaptation. Another manga that r/manga is really fond of is going to be getting
Mob Psycho 100.
Oh yeah, Mob Psycho is getting a second season.
Yakusoku no Neverland, I hear really good things about.
Yeah. What is that? I think it's another character called Chio-chan.
How many Chio-chans are there?
I don't know. My favorite Chio-chan's still Gekken Shoujo though. So.
Oh
you know.
yeah.
Yeah. But sorry, Komi-san.
Oh, Komi-san, yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
Komi-san-
didn't realize that was next season. Okay.
Or I don't think it's next season, but I think they announced that they're gonna make an anime.
Right.
So probably spring. But
Komi-san is good. I read the manga.
I'm gonna read the manga. So it looks really good.
It's adorable. It's a cute manga.
Yeah. So I think that'll be really good.
Yeah. If people are kind of disappointed in this season, like Chase, you think it's a little bit light. I think if you dig a little deeper, I think you'll find something like you'll really like. I think there's something for everyone. So I think it's a solid season. Maybe if you're a very specific anime watcher where you're only interested in like action, or if you're only interested in comedy, or if you're only interested in harems, if you're only interested in isekai, then it's gonna be a little light. But I feel like if you're okay with a lot of things, I think the season's solid. So,
It's very diverse.
It is. It really is.
There's a lot of Yuri.
Couple of Yuri shows, yeah. But the thing is, Yuri's not my thing, but I still feel like I have plenty to watch. So I don't feel like I'm a little light. I have plenty of things I'm interested in, like Karakuri Circus, JoJo's. Like, I'm super excited for what those shows have to bring. So yeah, that's it. Anything else, just in general?
Nah.
No.
We probably can't do a mid-season one of these, but I'll see you in January.
Yeah, definitely. we'll definitely try to do that in the next 2 months. So
Yeah.
we wanna make this like a more, I say this every time when we do the show. We want to make it a more common thing, but Chase's schedule, of course, with the boot camp is gonna be very difficult. So we'll see. We're gonna try our best. So
Yeah, we'll see what's up.
we'll see. All right, so that's going to do it for the show. Chase, thank you for talking about all these things with me, specifically the anime. It was a blast, like always. Thank you, Chase.
Yes. Yeah, it's always fun.
Yep. And
Yeah.
you can follow Chase on Twitter at StarLancerPG, me at YoshiRect. Check out our Discord server at discord.me/NSK, where we do have an anime channel, video game channel, PC gaming channel, sport channel, whatever you want to talk about. We have channels for everything, basically. So
Yeah.
hit us up, chat in there. And don't forget, check out Schook Kaidan for your daily idol needs. So that's going to do it for the show. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.